Eagles. What a
Yeah.
good low-scoring game for me,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes, I agree. I
But
very much agree.
we'll speak about the Eagles first, bro. In the first half, yeah, I thought if this, I said if this is the Eagles that shows up, they're going back to the Super Bowl.
I said the same exact thing.
I think I even tweeted it. I was like, Philly, I like what, even though they only scored 13 points, I just like the way they were moving the ball. The
Mm-hmm.
way after the first series, the offense just looked clean. And the defense, we've called the Texans the best defense in the NFL, which they are. But the defensive plays that the Eagles defense make, bro, the drive where I can't remember. I think they stopped the run. I think it was Zach Bourne stopping the run. Um, Josh Allen getting sacked, maybe by Jalen Carr, and then Cooper DeJean, his tackle. There was one drive, like the 3 and out. It's the best 3 and out I've ever seen in my life. Bro, I stood up and applauded. I was laying on the sofa. I was like, nah, I gotta get up. It was the best 3 and out I've seen in my life. I said, wow. I was actually in awe. And then the second half happened.
Yeah, we saw the Eagles that we've been seeing. That's what happened.
Literally
Like
that.
we're getting the Eagles, the Super Bowl Eagles, and then we're getting the Eagles that we've been seeing throughout this year when they're having problems and the offense can't move the ball. At one point, Jalen Hurts hadn't completed a pass. I was like, what the hell is going on? What did you guys go in the locker room and do to come out playing like this? The switch was just so crazy to me.
Mhm.
Luckily their defense is their defense
Yeah.
because you were stopping the Bills, you were blocking field goals.
Yeah.
Like that blocked field goal is the reason why you probably won the game, if you actually think about it.
Was that? I think it was a extra point.
Extra point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that blocked extra point is the reason why you won the game because they're now forced. Well, they're not forced to, but they want to win the game, and then they go and they can't win the game. But yeah, that's the Eagles are an interesting one because, as you said, first half is Super Bowl. Second half, it's what we've seen this year, where we think it's back to 2 years ago, where they get bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man, but they got the win, which is the key thing. And we said last week that the momentum building was building just to get the wins on the board. So they've got another win on the board. I think they'll win again next week, and then it's a push to see what they can do in the playoffs.
I can't remember if we spoke about it last week or me and you just spoke about it, about tackling in the NFL.
Oh yeah, why they don't tackle the right way? They always tackle up here instead of at the, like rugby players know how to tackle. NFL players don't know how to tackle.
Yes, the Eagles put on a tackling masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, Cooper DeJean, I just think he's bloody unreal. And just their defense in general. Like, if their defense stays healthy, because obviously that's slightly an issue for them, is whether Jalen Carter is going to be there, for instance, and certain games because he's been in and out. If their defense is fully healthy, I think they'll go back to the Super Bowl. No matter how bad their offense is. Because again, they've been in many of these ultra low scoring games where they've actually won this season. Like, was it the Packers 10-7 and then the Lions 13-10, or
Yeah.
mixture of the games? And it's just like the game's boring, not scoring.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Their offensive play calls. Do you know what? I saw a lot of Eagles fans last night. They feel sorry for Jalen Hurts because the play call in the second half was run, and then let's pass it to Devontae Smith, hoping he'll get the ball. And it happened
Yeah.
on multiple drives. And you're just like, really?
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to kill the game when they score 13 points instead of actually just trying to pile on. So I think obviously they're gonna have to figure some things out still, which is you don't really want to be figuring things out in week 17 going into week 18. But if you can bring the first half performance and what that balanced side of offense and just provide it through the whole game, then you got a Super Bowl contending team again. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no, but
they're winning at the right time. That's all that counts right now anyway, the wins. The wins count. You don't want to lose games. You want to keep momentum high in the building. You want to keep everyone like, okay, cool. We did this right. We did this wrong, but we got the win. So we can look
Hmm.
at things from a positive aspect instead of shit, bloody, bloody. You get what I mean? So, yeah, I think for them, good win, low scoring win, another grand out win like the Chiefs were doing last year, similar to that one score game. Boom, boom, boom. Super Bowl. They might not win it, but I think they might be able to get there if they put on that type of performance.
Yeah, because the 2 seed is still on for them next week. So,
Yeah.
because I can't remember who the Bears got in the last game. They're both 11-5, but it's just like, oh, yeah, Philly. I just believe in their defense. The plays that they make,
Mm-hmm.
will, as long as they're healthy, I think at this rate they're gonna get back to the Super Bowl. Um, and then the flip side is the Bills. Were you surprised that they went for two? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I think you go for two there just because I think you go for two just because you're in that mode where everything's working right now and you're rolling. Yeah.
Hmm.
The only reason why I say you don't go for two is because the Eagles' offense hadn't moved the ball anywhere in the second half. So if you go
That's a
into
good point.
overtime, you can probably dominate and win the game there. But I think in your mindset, you're thinking, let's just win this game right here, right now, because you don't even want to give them a chance to reset. If they reset and then bring back the offense from the first half, we're going to lose the game.
Hmm.
Wasn't looking likely, but you know how momentum can switch.
Yeah.
One big play, one this, and also they had already had an extra point blocked. And the Philadelphia Eagles have been key in blocking extra points this season. They did it against the Rams. They did it
Hmm.
again last night. They've done it a few more times. So I think I think they had that in the back of their minds. Let's win the game. Let's put the ball in Josh Allen's hands. And at the end of the day, he just missed. He literally just missed the throw. There's nothing else. Was it Cooks that was wide open?
Yeah. It was a
Wide
wide open.
open.
Like, no, I think it was Shakir. I believe it was Shakir. But either
One of
way,
the
like,
yeah, one of the two. Wide
Josh
open in the
Allen
back of the end
made a
zone.
throw.
You gotta hit him, and you didn't. So at the end of the day, that is on him. And yeah, that's where the blame lies. Obviously, at the end of the game, if you're going to blame someone for not winning it, you have to give it to Josh Allen.
I think I tweeted you either just before it happened or just after one or two. Well, I definitely thought about it just before. I was like, you know what? This fourth quarter performance by Josh Allen, um, he's gone into that realm where he's in that Mahomes realm of I'm gonna drag this team out the mud. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
fair play to him. He's in that best quarterback in the world conversation out right now. Um, and I was just kind of not in awe, but I was just like, do you know what? I, obviously, before the game, I wanted the Eagles to win, but I picked the Bills because I thought the Bills were going to win. And then during that comeback, I was like, do you know what, Josh Allen, just complete this comeback because it's actually masterful what you're doing. But then the flip side to that is I tweeted, I said, if he completed that comeback, they would have shot him up. The media would have said he's the MVP.
Yeah.
And I was like, when he missed that throw, I said, the footballing gods have answered my prayer because
Mm.
we're not letting him scam his way into this MVP conversation.
It's true. It's
And
true.
if he completed that, they would have forgot about Drake May, who's very close to Matt Stafford to me right now. But they wouldn't have even discussed Stafford and May. They would have
Mhm.
said Josh Allen's the top.
Yeah, 100%. They said, "Oh, because I keep hearing, what's the key?" All I keep hearing in the MVP conversation is, "What's the key game they won?" In my head, I'm thinking, "Bro, what the hell is this key game you have to win now to win MVP? When did this start happening?" Because it's like you're just changing the rules.
Yeah.
What's the key game? I'm thinking, key game? Is that just a season over the course of the season? They say, "Nah, you have to win a key game in the year." I'm like, "Bro, this is stupid." So, you know, but he missed. He missed the throw. So at the end of the day. But I saw many people today defending him, saying, this and that. I said, bro, the man missed the throw. It's fine. Just admit he missed the throw. Let's move on. If there's any other quarterback, yes, he missed.
Yeah.
He missed. They lost a game. They're in the playoffs. We'll see what he does next week.
Or if it was
And
other quarterbacks, they might have said they choked, etc.
of
All that
course, of
stuff.
course.
So
And I don't think he's playing next week anyway because he got a foot injury. So that would have avoided him for the MVP. But we know he'll keep up the games, the starting streak. He'll come on, take the snap, disappear like he did last year.
he's got a starting streak, hasn't he?
Yeah. So he'll come
Yeah,
on,
fair
take the
play
snap.
to him.
So we know that's going to happen next week, but the Bills will be on the road in the playoffs, and I don't know where they're going to go, but it's going to be tough.
I mean, if they lose the final game, they could be going to New England because
straight away.
if they right now they're the 7th seed, so they'll go to New England. New England are the 2 seed.
Oh
So
yeah, shame.
as it stands right now, they're going to New England because them and the Texans got the same, and Texans got the tiebreaker on them.
Right, right, right. New England will
So,
be happy about that because they don't
but
want to see the
do
Texans.
do you know what's going to happen in Josh Allen's favor? The Chargers are going to beat the Broncos. The Bills they're going to lose, stay the 7th seed. The Patriots are going to win. Patriots going to be 1 seed, and Josh Allen's going to go to Denver.
I don't think you want to go to Denver either, though.
I think I think for the Bills' sake, they'd prefer going to Denver than going to New England.
I think so, but I think they lose both places.
If they go to Denver, I actually think they might win it. God, the Broncos' defense hasn't looked that good of recent, and the way their defense is, I think he'll figure them out. Like
I
maybe,
don't think I don't
maybe
think he has enough weapons to figure out the back end of that defense.
for me is if you don't target Pat Satan, then the back end's not wow like that. Like obviously they've got good safeties and that, but they can be got at. You can score points on the Broncos defense. Obviously New England you can, but New England will just go machine for machine. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So like
But I just don't. I don't see the Bills. I watched them enough this year to think to myself, I don't trust them. It's Josh Allen, James Cook, or nothing. And if they get away from the run, if the run is stopped, it ends up being like last night, and then it's okay. Who best defense wins?
yeah, yeah, no, sure. But
So yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, like you said, they'll likely rest him, and then if he's fresh, he's gonna be the most favored quarterback in the AFC. So, and
yeah.
if they'd won last night, there was a potential for a Lamar versus Josh in the first round.
Mm,
That would have been absolute super high
yeah.
firework for that one. But hey,